Hey guys, we are here in North Carolina at Black's Tire and Service. We are just about to announce that they are our 2023 Top Shop. Come on. My name is David Sickles. I'm the editor of Tire Review. I don't know exactly what you were told as far as why you're all here today, gathered, but I have the pleasure of being here to announce to you all that after independent review, you have all been named our 2023 Top Shop. And so just so you all understand, this is total independent review. We do not, so we take this out to judges. We had 49 different shops who applied to be our top shop this year. They independently look at it, they don't talk to each other, and they determine who's gonna be in their top 5, and they bring those results back to us. And I'll tell you what, Black's was in the top 5 with nearly all of our judges this year. So again, huge congratulations. I mean, you guys, you obviously work hard. Your customers know it. You help each other out. It's very clear that you are very deserving of this Top Shop award this year. So we brought in some Joe's Barbecue for everyone to enjoy as kind of a congratulations celebratory lunch. Before we get on to that, we have an announcement from our friends at Coates as well.
Hello, everyone. Thank you. My name's Mike Yeager, head of sales at the Coates Company. I thank you for allowing us to be here. Thank you to Tire Review for allowing us to be here today to be the title sponsor of this super prestigious award. You know, I can't tell you what this means for you guys to be able to earn that. Just to be nominated is absolutely incredible. Coates has been 75 years now in the wheel and tire service industry. It's been a long time, and we recognize and understand what it takes. And a big piece of that is people. Internally, you all, also to your customers externally. It's important, right? So if you don't have great people doing great things internally, it's really difficult to have a good, strong presence with your customers that keep coming back, as well as telling each other, hey, if you need some tires, go to Black's, right? So keeping it brief, again, thank you for allowing us to be here. Congratulations to you all.
So guys, congratulations, named 2023 Tire Review's Top Shop of the Year. Rick, can you distill it down to a phrase? Why is Black's Tire Top Shop?
Well, first of all, it's a great honor, but Top Shop, we got the best team and the best culture in the business, and again, it's just about people and service, and I think that puts us to the top.
Yeah. Ryan, what do you think? If you could distill it down to a phrase.
Hard work and lucky, but actually, and really surrounding yourself with the right people and building relationships and just doing the right thing, taking care of each other, taking care of our customers, and taking care of our team.
Yeah. Well, I think luck has less to do with it than you think, because I think you're right. Surrounding yourself with the right people and having those people kind of extended into your communities and kind of showing them who you are through your people, I think makes a huge difference. So, obviously running Black's is a family affair. How does that kind of influence your day-to-day, how you run your business?
Well, it starts with a culture. I mean, our culture is all about family. So whether we try to make, our team, right now we're proud to say we're over 1,000 team members strong. Again, we have no employees. We're all team and family, so we like to, and that really goes to the customers. So we start with our team, and if we're family, we try to stretch that same culture to our customers and just have that family feel and that family type of service that just makes a difference.
How do you, so you just went over the tick to 1,000 employees at Black's. How do you instill that kind of family atmosphere into every one of your employees to make sure that your customers are kind of feeling that?
Well, the biggest thing in a family is communication and trusting each other. And so we continuously communicate what our values are and try to live those values, and choosing the right people and working with the right people that can deliver those values.
How do you think that Black's stands out against your competition in the area?
Well, I think it goes back to the culture and the family. We care about people. And again, like Ryan mentioned about your core values, our leading core value is family. So it's family, team, trust, and serve. And we're here to serve others and make a difference. So I think that really, helps set you apart and kind of really helps your team grow and have them here really for a greater purpose. We definitely have to make a living, but we want to make a difference.
Yeah.
And that's kind of our culture.
I asked you to send me a list of all the different ways that you serve your community. And I think it went on for page after page after page. I mean, it's like 4 or 5 pages of all these bullet points of different things that you all do. And I think that's something that really sets Black's apart. How do you get involved with so many different things, whether you're, sponsoring a little league team or, you've got your charity golf tournament, how do you manage being involved with so many things and really getting ingrained into your communities?
Our people ultimately, take interest, and they just got to get involved. You just do it. You get involved. You get to know the people in the community. When I say to our guys, when the door swings or the phone rings, somebody needs help. So our job is just helping other people. And when you're helping those people in need, it goes a long way when you can do it and with a smile on your face and shake their hand and do it with integrity and trust. And so as you build those relationships, you get to know your customer base, you get to know your team members, you get to know your suppliers and vendors, and you get to know what's going on in your communities. And we encourage all of our people to get involved at the local level in every community that we are, to try to make that community a better place so we can make a difference. And so that's what we constantly talk amongst each other of how can we make a positive impact in our community. So it turns into our people are looking for opportunities, how they can get involved on an individual and a team level in their areas.
So how do you manage, you're getting involved in all these different things. Obviously it takes time, it takes effort and money. I mean, it's not easy to be involved at that level. So how are you managing having that sort of involvement in your community while at the same time you're still running a business, you still have, customers you're trying to serve, you have employees that need to be paid, or team members, that need to be paid. How do you manage doing that all at once?
I think it starts too with the team. You got to have the team in place, and we can't do it all, and you got to surround yourself with people, like-minded people that want to make a difference. But it goes back to our culture, our founder, Mr. Coral Black. And you asked about us and all the things we're involved in the communities. I think we try to be involved and make a difference in every community we serve. And that's how the company was founded, and we've tried to keep that same foundation through our history. And it's just spread through people. It's got to go beyond us. It's got to go with our leadership. And then we try to involve everybody from the front door to the back door to make a difference. So a huge team approach. Right now we're getting ready for our charity golf tournament. We've been doing this for 20 plus years. Matter of fact, Mr. Black, he helped found the boys, and he was one of the original founders of the Boys and Girls Homes. So, he started that cause in the 50s. And so different things like that, it just kind of inspires our people. Say, again, it's for the greater good to get involved, and plus it creates a better morale because they feel a part of it, and they know that we can't do it alone, but we can do it as a team, and we can do some huge things. Looking back at what we're able to accomplish with teams, it's quite amazing. But our people are amazing, and then our leaders, they lead the charge, but it takes everybody.
I know, so obviously charity golf is just one of the many, many things that you're involved with, but over the years, do you have a number on how much that you've been able to donate to the Boys and Girls Club through that charity?
I think we're approaching like $2 million. I think it's at 1.8 million. I think but we hopefully we're going to have a good tournament here this week. But again, it's way beyond that. It's not just those, but we do try to help these little, whether it's a little league ball team or a high school or youth activities or different things we try to get involved in. It goes beyond that. And again, like Ryan mentioned, if you're involved with the communities, you'll know these things, and we just kind of try to get our leaders to be involved. And again, also the things that you see people in need, it goes beyond just the marketing and just these sponsorships and stuff. It's just also in the communities where there's a need, and there's a need that we can make a difference. And we shared some stories before, maybe whenever we had maybe a team member, their house burned, or they had some family problems or different things. So I think it's important to grow these things. And again, the more and more, and these people that you help, I mean, they will bend over backwards to try to be a part and try to help others. So it's just kind of continue to spread it beyond and beyond and just grow that. And that's what we've been able to do since Mr. Black started in 1929, and it's grown. Just try to keep that same culture and not get away from what brought us here, from the start.
Sure.
And I think that it ties back to the core family values and you asked what set Black's Tire apart. We all sell tires. We work on cars. We do repairs and maintenance. But ultimately, we like to show people that we care about them. We care about their needs. We care about each other. And, there's a saying that people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And, you do that by acts of service. So serving others and taking pride in that. And then, we're all human. And so everybody goes through difficult times. Everybody has problems. And so we start with our team. We try to figure ways to where we help each other in need. And then that just, it's contagious. It spreads. And so we try to, let that be known in the community that, we care about their needs and that's not just about money or the monetary contribution, but, it could be from service hours, just showing up, just being there for people when they're in need.
Well, I think that, a sign of a top shop is when it's your interaction with, whether it's your team members or your customers, it's not just a transactional thing. It's more of a partnership. And, I think people recognize that and they feel that. And, I think that really is part of being one of the top shops in America, for sure. Rick, I wanted to ask you, so training obviously it's a big deal here. How do you measure kind of the return on investment that you're putting into training your team members and what you're getting back from that?
Well, we feel that it's hard to measure return on investment. I mean, part of what we do, we train again the sales techniques, of course, products and services, but also we train that culture we're talking about and train that. I think that separates us on that, and not only us, we also invite, not just, our stores, but we have, we want to try to help the industry. We got partner dealers that we partner with and friends that are, just the different things. So we try to be involved with these things. So it's hard to measure, but I do know, with COVID come around, it stopped a lot of training. And I think that we've seen a decline in the industry on customer service and just see some things shifted. So we started this past year aggressively starting our training, back really aggressive. So, and you see a difference. You see a difference in people, and plus you're investing in them, and again, by training, and then they go back and invest in the people they're around. So it's a growing thing. You just got to show them that you're willing to invest in time in them, and you want them to grow. And one thing with us is, again, most of our leaders, were promoted and grew within the company. And again, we're looking for the future ones to step up and lead the future. So training, I just don't think you can put a price tag on the training. It does take a lot of time. These days too, a lot of teams are short-staffed, and it does take a commitment. But again, I do think it's well worth it when you're taking care of customers. And in this day and time, especially when services beginning to be few and far apart, really. Mm-hmm. So I think that can give you a competitive advantage if you do invest in the training. Again, we invite our dealers also, our partner dealers. Again, we want to help the industry. Mm-hmm. So got to train.
I think the best way to measure the return on investment in training is our turnover rate. So we're very blessed. We're fortunate that we have a very low turnover rate, and I think part of that is embracing the culture of learning and always trying to get better. Always challenging ourselves and each other. And so I think if you've got a higher turnover rate, then maybe you should invest more in your people and keep them engaged, keep them feeling a part of a bigger picture, and to show that there's a return for them in the future as well.
Yeah, for sure. Wanted to ask you about expansion. So you guys have been expanding for a very long time. You're not slowing down, but it seems that you do it very methodically. You're not just trying to get as big as possible. I mean, you identify a good opportunity, and you don't necessarily always take it. So how do you determine, okay, this is the right time to expand into this area, or whatever that might be? How do you go about starting that process?
Well, the biggest thing we try to do is make sure that we're not sacrificing quality. We never want to think quantity and sacrifice our quality and get away from the culture that built us. So we do, we mentioned we work with a lot of dealers, maybe a lot of dealers that may not have a succession plan, or they maybe want to be a part of something bigger. We partner with a lot of people, and again, we really have never really bought anybody out. We merge with them and partner with them. And try to bring the strengths of both companies together. That's kind of the way we do it. But that's how we do it, just partner with people. And if those opportunities come up, that's how we've done a lot of our growth. But just to get bigger, not really. We want to make sure we're doing the right things, and again, keeping that culture and make sure we are making a difference in the communities we serve. Yeah. But again, focus on the quality and not just the quantity. So I do think you got to continue to grow. We like to say we have a lot of room to grow within. We can get a lot better within with our training, with our stores, with just the changing world today is that the more engagement we can get with our teams, our customers, with the communities like we talk about. So there's a lot of growing within without opening up another location. So, but there will be more and more opportunities. Again, people have proven, even in the times of COVID or different economical downturns, people are still going to ride, and so there's always going to be a place for service, and again, that's where everything we talk about trying to be the top shop is focusing on that, focusing on the people, focusing on service, and keeping that culture, and not just with our team, but letting the customers feel it when they come in. Hey, they feel at home, they feel a part of the family, and the biggest thing today is customers, that trust, when they can walk in and know that they're coming somewhere that they can trust, that is worth everything to us. So we just don't want to sacrifice that with growth, but partner with people wherever it makes sense. That's kind of what we do.
Yeah. One last question for you. If you had one word of advice for somebody who's opening a brand new tire shop tomorrow, they want to be the next top shop, what would you tell them? How do they get there?
What I've always tried to do is, in building a team, is I want to check my ego and look for somebody that's better than I am, smarter than I am, harder working, better personality. All the strengths that I find, and surround yourself around good people. And you can't do it alone. You need people. Utilize your suppliers, utilize your vendors. Do your homework. Invest in yourself. I say we're always looking at. We have a lot of phrases and our themes for the year, and we go back. It may be the year of the mirror. I need to look in the mirror and how can I get better and how can I do better myself. But finding right partners with you. The manufacturers, the tire manufacturers, they've got a lot of great resources. Tap into those. The tool company, the equipment companies, the supplies, the parts companies, they got a lot of resources. Try to get involved with as many different people that are successful as that you can to be successful. But at the end of the day, it's all about effort. If you put in the effort, that you can do it. You got to believe in yourself, and so I think that's the first and foremost thing: believing in yourself and putting forth the time and effort.
I love it. And you're the mirror. I got to remember that.
Yeah,
I like
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
Rick,
We
what
keep
about
that's
you?
repeat on. That's on
Yeah.
repeat like every year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need that too.
I think we can always need to look in the mirror because that's the first thing we have to do is kind of evaluate ourselves and evaluate what we're doing. But you said one word. Now that was more than one word. But I think, really kind of sum it all up. I think, just like our theme for this past year was let's go together. And we try to keep that same theme, and that's with our customers, that's with our team members, and that's also with if somebody's wanting to get into the tire and automotive business, and again, word would advice would be really turn to people that you trust, that you would care, and again, we're an open book to a lot of people, and we like with our dealers say, look, we're here to help you. Training, of course, we want to sell product. But, through training and anything that we've got, because we want to help people. It's what we're doing to help people. But again, let's go together. And that kind of sums up with what Ryan was saying too, with you vendors and your partners in the industry. But really just, I know when we were coming up, we leaned on a lot of industry veterans. Of course, internally, Mr. Black, and then of course our father. But also we had a lot of father figures coming up in different, some competitors and some industry friends. But at the end of the day, you were there to help each other, and that still exists today. So again, going together. We're just trying to stay how we were founded. And again, we're excited this year. We're fixing to celebrate 95 years, and a lot of the people in these different markets, a lot of these people have actually worked. A lot of the people in our markets that have opened up locations work with Mr. Black, work with Black's Tire, work with us. And so we're, again, you're talking to people all over the country. But again, just going to people that are open book and people that's trying to help. And, again, because at the same time is we might have some things figured out, but there's a lot of things that we don't. And the thing about it is it's changing every day. It's changing fast. Mm-hmm. So, what you did yesterday, you can't do it tomorrow. So let's go together. Let's work together. And again, just there's a big need. Hey, people are rolling. We like to say we keep America rolling. So which is pretty exciting. So we try to kind of spread that culture through our team, and say our team, we say in a lot of our meetings and say, look, you're just as important as a doctor. Hey, you're the car doctor, and you keep them rolling. Mm-hmm. You keep them people, again. But definitely the safety side. People are relying. We have families riding on our products, and so. But again, let's go together, and that's kind of the way we do business.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense. Well, guys, congratulations. You are 2023 Top Shop, and it's well deserved. So.
Thank you very much. It's certainly quite the honor and quite unexpected. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So, we're here in the BTS Academy here. I wanted to just highlight this really quick. Can you give us a little bit, just kind of a rundown of what this means to you and your business?
I really think that it starts and stems from our teamwork at the core. And I think you can go anywhere in that teamwork, you'll see that. So working together, we feel it's important to train and to constantly be on the cusp of what's happening, and to ensure that our team members are knowledgeable and understand the BTS way, which is a principle statement for us too, and the way we do things, and the care and guidance and relationships that we build. And then through that training, we're able to offer tremendous customer service, whether it's with our customers in our retail markets, our customers through our BTS Tire and Wheel, our customers within our own family, our own team. We're allowed to take that training and offer the best customer service. That in turn, through the training and the service, leads to us putting safety as a primary component of what we do and everything. Mm-hmm. We have to remember that our team members are important people in our lives, and so therefore we need to help them be safe so that they can go home to their families. That safety then leads to all those people that we work with in our retail system to make sure there's safety on the roads. They're transporting their families and their loved ones. And our companies, larger companies that are using our tires that we've put on. I mean, they're delivering your goods and your services. So it's crucial. And so it just forms that circle. Everyone that we're providing these for then becomes part of our team.
Sure.
Also to add to that, through our culture, we try to, or we do establish we refrain from using the word employee. And we call everybody family. And it truly is a family environment, and that's instilled, we share that culture and that throughout the organization as we move forward.
And how do you kind of instill that into, your team members to the degree that you become the top shop?
I think it goes to, the things beyond just our jobs and the personal touch that the help in the community and the help as far as our team members, the extras that go beyond just, your position and your job and what you do for the company is, we try to instill, it's all about us as a team and anything we can do to help each other or to help those in the community. It's, you see that throughout the organization, just not from the leadership team or the ownership group.
Absolutely. Amy, when it comes to events, you're, as you said, Keith, you're kind of moving that into the community. How high on the totem pole are you putting these community events, these, giving back to your community when it comes to everything that you're trying to do here at Black's?
Oh, I would say it's at the top, because without those folks, we wouldn't have a business. There would be no need for us. So I think that's crucial. It's a way for us to say thank you. It's also a way for us to continue legacy, started by Mr. Black and then laid by the Benton family. It's a way for us just to say thank you. And it doesn't matter how small or how big, we want to be a part. We want to be a part of that.
Well, we can definitely tell. Well, congratulations.
Thanks.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
So I understand that you're involved in a lot of training here and that you just ticked over to 1,000 employees here at Black's. What is it like, having to keep track of that many different people that you're trying to train?
Well, it's remarkable, one, to say that in just one sentence that we have 1,000 employees. When I first started back in 96, we had nowhere near that. Only maybe 5 or 6 stores at the most, and now we're close to the 60 mark. So trying to keep that streamlined and keep everybody trained is a task in a nutshell. But we're starting to get more consistent, should I say, throughout the company with the training and the onboarding process.
And how important is training? I mean, you were just named our 2023 Top Shop. Obviously, I'm sure training is a big deal for your technicians to be able to do, everything under the sun. How big of a deal is it for you and your employees?
Oh man, it's a huge ordeal for our company and the teammates that we have, not just to the technicians that we train, but to our counter salesmen, to our store managers, to our leaders of the company, to everybody.
Kyle, thank you very much. I really
Yes, sir.
appreciate your time
Yes,
here.
sir.
You were just named, our 2023 Top Shop. What does it take from your point of view, from what you do every day, to make, transition that into being named a Top Shop?
Well, I think it's just about taking care of our customers. That's the main priority. We sometimes almost feel like you go too far, but you really can't go too far in those situations. To take care of the customers, get them what they need, and a lot of times they have an emergency, and we're saving their day.
Yeah.
By making something happen.
Do you have any time come to mind where that might have happened?
Well, there's in particular just our guys in Charlotte do a good job, and we're 150 miles away, and there's been times when we've gone and met our coworkers in Charlotte with product that they needed to get on somebody's car. So.
Yeah. So what's kind of your day in, day out as far as distribution wise? You don't have to get into the minutia, but what are you handling here?
Well, we ship between 4,000 and 5,000 tires a day.
Wow.
therefore, to keep inventory, we had to receive 4,000 to 5,000 tires a day. We run around the clock, starting Sunday night and finishing up Friday afternoon.
Wow.
And I have a great team. I rarely get phone calls in the middle of the night. These guys really take care of business, and that's taking care of the customers, and so everybody buys into the culture, and it starts at the top with the Bentons. You know, when you see how that thought process works with them, it's not hard for you to buy into it also. So it gets down to our team too.
I believe it. Stuart, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate your time.
Good to talk with you.